Hey guys, so really quick, I wanted to come on here because the Lord, the Holy Spirit reminded me of what had happened on Saturday when we took my son to the park, and I, he reminded me so I can put it out there. So I don't know if you guys been noticing, but the Jezebel spirit has been roaming around. Literally, has been roaming around trying to tempt our spouses. Okay, and so this personally this happened to me on Saturday evening, I believe. Me and my husband took my child to the park, took our son to the park, and we was um we was by the swings, we was just having a good time with our child, and we were by the swings, and we was pushing our child back and forth, right? And I've noticed that there was a little girl. She wasn't that little, but she was like in her 13, 14, like she was 13 or 14 years old, right? And I have noticed that something was off. Something was off about this young lady, because we was in the swing. She was with an older person. I don't know if it was a friend of hers or if it was a relative of hers, but she was with a woman and with a little boy, and she was pushing a little boy on the swings, right? And um and we put our son, because at first all the swings were occupied, right? So we put our son on the big swing, and then when the little swings got unoccupied, we put him in the swing where you could strap him, right? And so we put him there. We was pushing him. We was having a good time. And then the little boy that was with the two girls, he decided that he wanted to get on a swing. He is also a child. He's like 3 or 4, around there, right? So he wanted to get on the swing. So he got on the swing next to my son. And so they were pushing, like she was pushing him. And at first, my husband was pushing my son from the back, right? So he's pushing him, and I'm like on the side, like where the poles are at, right? So my husband is pushing my child from the back, and I'm on the side, I'm on the side of the post, right? And so I could see everything, because she's in the back too, pushing the little boy, and so I could see everything. And she's like eye-eyeing me, like going like this, like that, right? But she was eye-eyeing me to the other girl. The other girl was on a bench on the phone. She was on the bench. She was sitting on the bench on the phone, right? And the girl was like pushing the little boy, right? And so she kept going like this, like that, right, towards me. But she was doing it to so she can get the other girl's attention, which she was behind me. The bench that she was sitting on was behind me, right? And so she was going like this, but I noticed that she thought that I didn't notice, but I noticed. She was like that, right? And so I looked at her, because I'm one of the types to like if I see something, I'm not gonna say anything to, like, anything negatively to you, right? But I just looked at her, right? And then she noticed that I looked at her, so she put her head down, and she kept swinging the little boy. But I knew that something was off. Something was off with this little girl, because she was, now this generation is different, right? They act like they're in their 20s, right? When they're literally kids, right? And so she was acting grown and everything, right? I'm not judging her. Because at the end of the day, like, I was young. I was 13, 14, doing things that I wasn't supposed to be doing, okay? So but now I know better. So how the way I look at it is like, okay, she has a spirit on her. Now that I'm walking in Christ, I know, like, this little girl has a spirit on her, right? So she's just like she's side-eyeing me going like this, right? And then she's side-eyeing my husband as well. But the way she's side-eyeing my husband is with a flirtatious look. Now the way she's side-eyeing me is with like a hateful look, right? Okay, so my husband stops pushing my son from the back, and now he's pushing him from the front, right? And the little boy, at first, the boy that was next to us, right, he wanted to get off the swing. He wanted to get off the swing, right? So she was trying to unbuckle, because it was like, it's literally a seat. It's like a seat. You know how like when you go on a roller coaster and you have the seat up, like you have to like strap yourself on like that with the bars. You put them down and then you buckle it. That's exactly how the seat was, right? And so she was trying to get the seat up, like she was trying to unbuckle the seat so it can lift up, but it didn't want to unbuckle, right? And it's just like she was just struggling. So my husband, he was kind enough to go help her, right? And then she could literally see, and then like I could literally see, like she was like all flirtatious, right? She was like, she was like, oh, he was like, oh, you can't he was like, you need help. And then he said something like, oh, do you know how to do it? And then she was like, oh yes. He said, do you know how to work with it? And then she was like, she literally like you can just tell the Jezebel spirit, the temptation, like the flirtatious, the lust, right? Because she was like, no, show me, literally like that. And off the bat, I knew it was a Jezebel spirit. So in my head, I was rebuking the Jezebel spirit. I was rebuking the Jezebel spirit. I was rebuking the Jezebel spirit, right? And the seatbelt didn't want to go up when my husband tried to help her. It didn't want to go up. But before this all even happened, my husband helped a lady that was that her son wanted to get on too, and with him the seat did go up, right? So when he tried it with this little boy and the little girl, the seatbelt didn't want to go up. And then my husband stopped trying, right? And then she found a way to get it out, and then it got back up. I needed to see that because today just confirmed it. Today I saw a video that confirmed what I was going through, literally. And we can't box God in, right? Like he's always talking to us through videos, through dreams, through songs, through just things he talks to us, right? We can never box God in. So he was literally confirming that to me, like that's a Jezebel spirit, and she's after marriages right now. Okay, she is after marriages right now. I'm telling you, the enemy has loosened the Jezebel spirit, like throughout the world, like in the world right now. Okay, that spirit is loose right now. Okay, and so yeah, I just wanted to come on here to give y'all literally a warning, because the Holy Spirit had put it back in my head, like, okay, like you need to put this word out, like it's urgent, right? And so yeah, I wanted to tell you guys that, like, once you rebuke that spirit, it's hard to rebuke that spirit, because it's like you can rebuke it, right? But if it's generational, if it's within that person, like it will flee from you, but it will still be in that person, right? So they really need true deliverance. They really need true deliverance, whoever has a spirit within them, right? And so yeah, I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys that the Jezebel spirit is out, because when that little girl said, no, she said, no, what she said, no, show me. She said, no, show me. And she had a full smile on, and she, very flirtatious little girl, right? And like I said, it's not her, it's the spirit that was working through her, right? And when she said, I was like, yeah, this is definitely a spirit. So guys, that spirit is out right now. Please, all I'm telling you is don't retaliate, don't react to that spirit, because that's what that spirit wants to do. Don't get mad with your spouse. Don't, none of that. None of that. That's what that spirit is for. Basically, it's to destroy marriages. To destroy marriages. So I'm telling you, just rebuke it and pray, okay? So this is all I have for you guys today. And oh yeah, and I wanted to tell you, when she got the seat up, she was, how can I put it? Like I giggled, right? I giggled, but not in a bad way. Like I giggled like, oh, like she finally got it up, right? And I was like, cause I told my husband, I was like, that's weird, it doesn't want to go up, right? Cause you just he literally just put it up for the other kid, right? So I'm like, that's weird, it didn't want to go up. So when she got it up, like me and my husband started like giggling, right? Because my husband couldn't get it out, so but she got it out, so we started giggling. And once we started giggling, she put a face like this, like that. So that's how you know it's the spirit that was working through her, because me and my husband both started giggling together. What that spirit was trying to do is to destroy what we have going on, so we can get mad at each other for like, okay, because I didn't retaliate, right? That's one thing I didn't do. I didn't react. And that's what the enemy wanted. He wanted me to react in a way that me and my husband will start arguing, right? But do not retaliate, okay? This is very important. Do not retaliate. Rebuke it and pray, okay? When you see it right there, when you see that somebody has a spirit on them, when you see that somebody has a spirit on them and they're trying to like do something to cause a problem, you rebuke it right there and then. It don't matter where you at. You rebuke it in your head. God gave you authority. Even if it's in your head, you rebuke it. You have the power to rebuke it. You have the authority to rebuke it through Jesus Christ, okay? So this is what I want to bring to your guys' attention, okay? This is urgent. And they are after kingdom marriages. They're always after kingdom marriages, right? But right now in this season, it's marriage season. And so whatever season you're in, if it's not your season right now, it will be your season. It will be your season, period, okay? You just have to wait when God's timing is perfectly combined with what he has going on for you at the moment. Is for you at the moment, okay? But this is what I wanted to come with you guys, to come tell you guys, because it was urgent to tell you guys, all right? I had to stop what I'm doing to actually get to this message, give you this message, all right? So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.